It's January.
Yes.
That's fine.
It's fine.
It's summer in Europe.
No.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's fine.
Okay, it's fine. But it's summer vibes. Guys, I have my sunnies on. We got stripes. This is summer. She's frilly. That's summer. Hair down.
Hair down.
I have my hair like this because this seems to be the style they kept giving Poppy in the movie.
Oh, okay.
She had loose buns with a bunch of hair out.
Yeah.
And I love that for her.
Yes.
But today we're going to be talking about People We Meet on Vacation, the movie that just came out with Netflix. It is a Emily Henry book adaptation that we have been looking forward to for a long time.
Yeah.
I would say.
One of the many that are to come.
Oh, right. Many. Like, literally 2 days after the movie released, we already got confirmed that Netflix is picking up, it's Beach Read and Book Lovers, I believe.
I thought it was Happy Place.
I don't think so.
Oh.
Yeah, Happy Place was supposed to be a series, but I don't know if it was picked up by Netflix.
Okay.
But the other two are for sure. We're just waiting for more progress on them. We don't even have a cast yet. So
yeah.
we did a fan casting of the rest of her books. Go check that out if you're interested. But we are also going to post it on TikTok eventually. I'm just going to post all the fan casting that we did.
Yeah.
Because it's exciting, especially with with the movement around this. So yeah, we're just going to get into it. I think the first thing we're going to talk about is probably what we thought about the book. When did you first read the book?
Ooh, that's actually a good question. I think
I gifted it to you.
Yeah, but I think it was last summer.
Okay. You were on a trip. It was during because it was after your birthday. It was for your birthday. I don't know if it was last year. I think it was the year before that.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, it was the 2 years.
2024.
2024. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. That summer I was going on a trip, and she's like, "Oh, this fits the mood."
It fits the mood.
Yeah.
I read this in 2022, I believe, when it was like getting like a bunch of buzz on Book Talk.
Yeah.
Come on, Book Talk. Hey, Book Talk has worked for some things.
Book Talk. Listen. You can't hate the player, hate the game. Like,
exactly.
It's done its job. It's gotten me and many millions of others into reading it again. So.
Exactly. So I read it during that Book Talk phase. It was the first. I think it's the first Emily Henry book I read. It's either this or Beach Read. I'm not 100% sure. But it was either that or the other. So basically my first introduction to the Emily Henry verse. And it's like my first like contemporary romance book that I had read. Besides Colleen Hoover.
Yeah.
I don't know if we would call that contemporary romance though.
I don't know what she is. She is in her own category of romance.
But either way, I really enjoyed it. This one, after I read all her books, this one has lowered on the list for me. Because of the miscommunication trope.
Right.
But we'll get to that, I guess, when we get to that. Because they do kind of tweak that in the movie.
Yeah, a lot. Oh my god.
A lot, which I liked that change.
Yeah.
I liked that change. But yeah, no, what were your initial thoughts, like when you read it?
I'm trying to think.
It's fresher in your mind because you read it.
Yeah.
I read it almost 4 years ago.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I quite enjoyed it. I never read anything like it before in terms of like the guy and the girl like going on trips frequently. I think that's a really cool like setting to do it in. And I love friends to lovers. It's one of my favorite tropes. This technically I guess it is a friends to lovers, but it switches pretty quickly into miscommunication once Alex.
Yeah, I would say the subgenres or the subplot is like a miscommunication. Like you go through like the present while flashbacking into all the summers that they've spent together, and then in the present you get the idea that basically they haven't spoken in years because of something that happened on one of their trips. Which is kind of a miscommunication. Yeah. They haven't spoken about it since. Yeah. And also the initial, like, I think there's miscommunication in the sense that, like, they just won't admit their feelings for each other. I think maybe at some point, there's, like, a point where they both kind of fall in love with each other, but they won't tell one another because they both, either she's dating someone or he's dating someone or something like that, right? He also has this, like, on and off again relationship with his girlfriend, Sarah, through, like, all years of knowing each other, which is crazy. Adding more like issues to everything.
Issues and also in a way tension because he doesn't talk to Poppy about it, but he's always like, I can't wait to go on the trip to be with Poppy, like to like kind of.
True. I guess I don't know. Maybe in the book we don't see it as much. They do have a couple conversations where like I guess he like mentions, oh, we're together, we're not together type of thing.
Yeah.
And they kind of keep it surface level like that in the movie as well. Like,
it's very, in my opinion, very Poppy heavy, which is why we get these like one-liners from Alex, because we don't get his perspective at all really on the situation. It's like, oh, you're
on the Sarah situation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, because this is also a duo POV book as well. I believe it's one of the heavier duo POVs that she's ever done, because we actually get to see in Alex's brain a lot. She doesn't really like duo POVs that much. I like them. I've been reading a lot of Abby Jimenez books, and I kind of like I like being in the guy's brain, because I like seeing like the yearning from his perspective as well.
I guess it could be on the author. From all the authors that I've read, except Abby Jimenez, I really like her books. I'm not really like, I don't know, it could be the setting, something about it, because with Quicksilver and Brimstone, both a duology at the moment, there is dual point POV, and like, I don't know, I think the dual POV in like the fantasy context I like, because they're doing their own adventures in a way while still thinking about each other.
Yeah.
Unlike dual POV in like contemporary romance, it doesn't really catch my attention. I don't know, I'm iffy with contemporary romance.
Yeah, I guess it depends, but I personally like the dual POV if it's done correctly, like Abby Jimenez does. This one I think it works as well, because like it's not an initial like he's pursuing her kind of thing. Like the situation that they're in, you kind of need to understand what they're both thinking.
Yeah.
To kind of dive into both of their brains, and then that's when you start to get frustrated. Like, can y'all just tell each other what you think? And then that's how it gets to that point. Because the Abby Jimenez book I just read, Yours Truly, miscommunication as well, like towards that like middle-ish to end, and I'm like, can y'all just tell each other what you think, because I know how you both think. But I think that's what kind of makes it fun for the reader.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
like, y'all just talk.
It's like the audience knows what they don't know.
It's like, just talk.
Right.
Just tell each other. But I think I ended up giving it like a 3.75, something like that. Like, it was almost a 4 for me, but because of how long the miscommunication dragged, I was like, all right, not my favorite.
I don't remember what I rated, if I'm being completely honest.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I also love Alex. I think Alex is great. Love interest. Poppy's super fun and energetic. This also kind of gives Grumpy sunshine, because not that he's grumpy or miserable or anything, but he's very like rule follower, very like set in his ways, and Poppy's very like outgoing and like
type B.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So that's initial thoughts.
Because I feel like in the sense of like the grumpy sunshine, it's not the extreme case of like he's always like miserable. He's just very cautious, and like Poppy is the extrovert going when he's a bit more to himself, but he's not like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you know, like those grumpy tropes where like the guy's like a little bit too rude. You're like, all right, now you're not being grumpy, you're being disrespectful.
Not being rude, yeah. So this has like a lightness of that I enjoy, because it's like you said, type A, type B, where they're opposite, but they fit, and like they help each other grow. If that makes sense. Yeah. What you're saying about the travel earlier, just to wrap it up, I also really like the travel aspect of the book. Like, just seeing them in different environments, different settings all around the world, seeing like them from age 21 to like 31, like travel together, see new parts of the world, and also how they change as people, but at the same time always come back and like still get along. So very, very good book, popular for a reason. All right. Now we'll get into, when was like the first time we like saw announcements or rumors about these getting adaptations?
Well, we knew.
There was rumors about all of them, I want to say, but like,
I remember when we were reading the Great Big Beautiful Life. I remember around that time it was like finalized or something that she was getting all like certain books adapted to the big screen, but we didn't know who was picking it up.
Yeah, and we also didn't know which one was going to be first.
At the time.
I think it was maybe a month after that, or a couple weeks later, that we had finally gotten the official.
Oh my god, we did a podcast on that. I remember we did a roaming randomness when we were talking about the casting that it was announced.
Yeah, we were talking. Yes, we did. Okay, I forgot about that. So literally, 2024.
Over a year ago. Wow.
Yeah. So 2024.
That was an announcement. Yeah. Wow.
And this was the first one. I think that of all her books, this one, it was either going to be this one or Beach Read. That was going to be the first one, because they're the old, like the first ones she's written, but also like the ones that I guess people know the most of, because they've been out longer, so more people had time to read them. And I think at that moment is when she was promoting Book Lovers to come out too. So Book Lovers was still like freshly coming out.
Really?
Yeah, because Funny Story just came out last year.
No, the year before. It was the same trip that I went on.
I guess Book Lovers 2023, because I remember reading she had books come out back to back to back I'll put it all on the screen. Y'all can understand there.
But again, that's what it is because my sister read Funny Story on that trip, and Funny Story had just come out.
When you were reading this?
When I was reading that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's been, guys, 2026, it's been crazy.
Yeah.
But I just remember them announcing that they were officially going to like make her books movies or adaptations. And then that's when like the fun begins of like the fan casting. Now obviously we know who's in the movie, but before that, I'm trying to remember for myself and envision like who did I see as like Alex and Poppy?
I could not possibly imagine. Like myself, I couldn't.
When you were reading it, you couldn't envision somebody else?
The thing when I read, I don't picture actors. Like I make up an amalgamation of people in my brain, and that's what I think of. Think of like my brain is like.
That happens rarely for me. Like, well, I'll think of different people, but like if I like, there's good descriptions, or a personality in the first few chapters, I tend to like hone in on like an actor or an actress that like I can kind of visualize in that role. Maybe it's because they did something similar, or just because of the way the character like looks or is described. Like I tend to do that a lot. I don't know if I remember exactly who I wanted, but I remember Poppy. I wanted someone that was like obviously someone bubbly and young. Alex, in my brain, I really didn't have someone.
Yeah.
Couldn't wrap all I could focus on was that he was brunette. That was it.
Yeah.
It was like a blur and then brunette.
Yeah, I do like naturally start with like I do like an animated version in my brain because live action it's like surprised me. That's why I can't cast actors. Like I draw them like in my brain as like an animated figure and stuff like that.
That makes sense, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. For some books recently, I picture a blurred face and then I can envision everything else.
Yeah, fair
And
enough.
the face starts to morph the more into the book that we get. So
yeah.
that happens to me sometimes. But then we got the actual like.
When did we get the trailer? Recently.
Recent.
Yeah.
Really, like 6 months.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
really, really recent.
Yeah.
Like I said, we
got stills. We did get some stills from like behind the scenes.
We didn't get teasers or anything until like last summer.
Yeah.
Summer 2025 is when we got teasers and stuff like that.
But we saw them like do the cover. We're like, oh my god, like they're doing like.
Yeah.
That's the only.
That's what I'm saying. We can get into the casting. Like, who did they end up casting?
Oh,
they casted
yeah.
Tom Blythe as Alex,
Mm-hmm.
and then they casted Emily Bader as Poppy.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're both familiar with both of their work because we both have obviously seen The Ballad of the Songbird and the Snakes. We saw that in theaters, and then we both saw My Lady Jane, which is what Emily's been in. Like that's been popular. What else has Tom been in?
Nothing that I can think of at the moment.
Right? Yeah, no, I can't think of anything. So I would say Tom was like probably the most popular of the two, because like Hunger Games, dude, everybody freaking watches Hunger Games. But like knowing what Emily could do, I was excited.
Yeah, no, that was the best like casting ever because having referenced My Lady Jane like as a fan, you're like, oh my god, yeah, she's perfection. Like she's literally the most perfect Poppy ever. I know there were some fans online speculating Tom's personality where it's like character ain't that difficult. If anything, Snow was more challenging.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially the kind of movie like in the movie like this is Snow's like arc, like villain arc type thing.
Yeah.
So like definitely harder to play. I wouldn't say Alex is not a challenging character.
No, but not as challenging.
But I was excited to see Tom Blythe do a romance movie.
Yes, rom-com.
Who wasn't excited to see him do a romance movie? And yes, this is technically a rom-com.
Yeah.
Because it's funny as hell with a little romance in it, and it's not that serious.
It's not.
There's serious moments, but it's not that serious. Let's be real.
100%.
But I guess we can. When we first got the first teaser, we did react to it on TikTok, and I'm sure we gave our thoughts there. But like looking back, like we were excited, but like were we nervous? Like what did we expect?
I didn't have really expectations because in the back of my mind, I didn't picture them adapting it like page to page. Like I knew they were gonna cut stuff out.
We're gonna have to talk about that in a second too.
Yeah, but like so I didn't have I didn't have high expectations in the sense of it being a bad film. I was like, I don't know. This is our first Emily Henry book. Same thing when we went to go watch It Ends With Us. We didn't know what we were expecting from it being from a book to screen adaptation.
Yeah.
So I really didn't have any standards. I was very happy how colorful it is. I was like, wow.
Yeah, how colorful it looked in the trailer
And the
too.
trailer, I
Yeah.
was so excited. I was like, thank you. Like, we don't need a monotone romance film. Like, this is exactly. I think it's gonna age very well. Everything about it, like the music in there was what they teased.
The teaser and
was
the music
pretty was
was
pretty
good.
good. It was upbeat. I was like, oh, this is really really nice.
It trended a little bit on TikTok, like the song itself, like people liked it. And then obviously we get to see, it's the airport scene. That's the teaser that we get. So we get to see like Poppy's outfits. We weren't mad at the outfit.
No, if it fit her age, they're in their late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, so we obviously we didn't know if this was like a past summer, if this was current.
Yeah.
And then when we watch the movie, we understand that that's the current summer, where she's like in her later 20s. So like, I think that the way she's dressed in the trailer, we were both like, okay. So, and then obviously we get to see their chemistry for the first time in the teaser, and their personalities a little bit, and you're like, okay, I can feel the chemistry. I feel the chemistry. But expectations for me, I feel like the book is already very good, so I didn't have any like fear of the movie being like horrible.
Yeah.
Obviously a fear of like as a book fan is that they're gonna change pivotal moments.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Or they're gonna change like small things to like that don't make sense. If that makes sense. But yeah, I think I was like more excited than anything.
Yeah, and then when we were, I don't know if we were given a date when the trailer was announced, but when we did, it's in January, and I said, "Are you actually kidding me?"
I think that was our biggest grievance to the whole thing. Is that why is it being released in January?
And I was like, it doesn't make sense. I'm like, maybe if it's taking place like in Australia for some reason, like sure it's summer down there at the moment, but I was like, this doesn't make sense. Now, being in the present, it builds enough hype where people are like, oh wait, this
to watch it for the summer.
To watch it for the not only watch it for the summer, but maybe people are like, oh, I'm in the mood for a summer rom-com. Oh wait, this movie came out this year.
That's true, but still, we both have the same thing of like, why is it coming out in January? Like, if anything, I would categorize like Emily Henry, like the tone of her books, all have that summer vibe. All have that warmth to them. None of them have like really tackled like them being in a like cold place, in a winter place. Like all of them have taken place in warmer climates.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything like slated for Netflix in the summertime that maybe they didn't want to. I don't know.
But even then, they're always dropping new stuff. So I don't think that a movie would block anything that crazy. But I don't know. Either way, in January, I was like.
Early January too. Like not even near Valentine's Day. Like early January.
Maybe they felt like they just didn't want to push it any longer for summer.
I guess, yeah.
But I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
But
either way, we got it in January, and
I still think that's an Easter egg. I still think that we might be getting book lovers.
Book lovers, yeah. I know that's what people were saying, guys. That Emily like
that, and what was it? Variety or who did the cover? Cosmopolitan, I think. Mm-hmm. She posted Daisy Ridley reading Iron Flame.
Who? Rebecca?
Girl, I reposted it.
Daisy Ridley?
Yes, dude. That's Mira right there. I don't care what anyone says.
Daisy Ridley as Mira, guys. Iron Flame.
I think that's canon in my brain. Oh my cause. This glamour.
Oh, glamour! That just came out, girl.
But this is what I believe is the teaser. I'll screenshot this and send it to Emmy. But I think insert picture here. This is our Easter egg of what's to come next. Funny story, book lovers, and crazy. The Great Big Beautiful Life already being adapted.
Great Big Beautiful Life has to be a show. Has to be a show.
HBO, please. HBO, please. HBO, please, 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 please. Please. They don't have anything, Emily Henry. Fair enough.
Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry needs to be a show, along with Happy Place needs to be a show. The rest of them, I think, will be fine as movies. Now, the controversy we've seen already about People We Meet on Vacation is that people think it probably would have been better as a show because of the 10 summer structure. Not missing, because you know, in the movie we do miss a couple summers.
We miss all the odd numbers. 7, 5, and 3.
We miss a few summers, and I think people are, that's their grievance right now, is that they would have, they're missing pivotal scenes from Alice and Poppy that the book lovers love. But I just think that a show version of this could have worked too.
It could have worked, but I think for her to tell her story, what was cut out, it's fine. Like, I don't feel, like I always say, that's the beautiful thing about books, if you want more scenes with them, Read the book.
That's why it's an adaptation.
Exactly. It's the same thing with Harry Potter. The same exact thing. Well, they cut out X, Y, and Z. They're still there. Read the books. The scenes are still there.
That's true. But yeah, no. I mean, I can definitely see that being like the next 3 big ones, especially since we got a announcement for book lovers, especially, and then that being a tease for like that's her name in the book. No, it's not. Her name's Nora. I lied to you.
That's a beach read.
January is beach read. I don't know. See, there's teasers.
There's Easter eggs.
There's Easter eggs. The blonde women learn from the best. Okay. But I would say that my expectations for it, I was just happy. I was happy this was getting done because I do love her books, and I'm excited for more people to like it, for it to reach more people, and obviously anything in the rom-com genre I'll take.
Well, no, and also the my biggest grievance that is not talked about enough is that it wasn't a theatrical release. But what I find very fascinating, right? A lot of the book talk and booktuber people got invited to see it on the big screen,
and all of them said, most Letterboxd reviews that I read that were non-spoiler before the movie came out, a lot of them said, and I posted this, we said this in the last one, is that Netflix fumbled the bag, not like having this be a theatrical release.
That's what's so interesting, right? If you're promoting on a whole like campaign and inviting people to watch this movie from a fan perspective, from a journalism perspective, why are you doing it on the big screen? Just send them a link to Netflix. Oh wait, that's not the same type of experience, so why can't we have it as well? I don't understand this. I don't know if maybe there's a contract thing where they're like, we'll see how successful this one is on streaming only, and if it is successful as we're hoping to be X, Y, and Z numbers, then we'll consider the other ones to be theatrical releases. But I don't think it's fair on Netflix's and Emily Henry's part because it did deserve to be on the big screen. Bottom line.
I agree. And we're one of the lucky few because we have a great setup here in our living room with our TV and our sound system, and like it felt it felt as close to like, a theater that we could get it to be, but like even then it doesn't beat the movie theater experience, and that's a big issue in Hollywood now. Like everyone's talking about it, how like things are not being released in theaters enough, things that deserve it, and things that probably would have been more successful if they were, but it's okay. It's okay. Like you're saying, hopefully this is a test run and it does get the success it deserves for the future projects to get that like slot time, even if they're in theaters for a week. Even if they're in there for a week.
K-pop was for 2 days. I'll take 2 days.
Yeah. Now we can get into the movie. We watched it the day it released.
Yes.
Here in our beautiful household with some friends.
Who didn't read the book.
So it was interesting to see their perspectives on it. Like they were just going in blind. Knowing that it was a book adaptation, but not having read the book. So I think Sarah said she had read other Emily Henry books, so she understood the style and her tone of writing, but she didn't read this one. So that's always fun. What do you think?
I think overall it was pretty well paced. I am happy with the cuts that they were made because it didn't feel like I was missing anything. Like I didn't feel like, oh wait, do we remember that? Oh man, I wish they put I didn't feel what they cut out.
Also,
was
as people
fine.
who only read the book once.
And
a while ago too.
A long time
we haven't
ago,
reread it since. I wanted to reread her books this summer actually, like Beach Read and this one specifically, because they're the ones that are less fresh in my mind, just to get a sense of them, and also they're very summer vibes.
Yeah.
But yeah, mind you, it's people who read them once.
Yes. Oh yeah. So I think it was pretty well done. I don't know. Like I'm very happy that I did get into Emily Henry prior to the movie being released, so I can get a sense of like what type of style that she has, what type of characters that she writes. I think it's pretty well done. I do think it's gonna age well because nothing about it
felt
like too in our face of like, mind you, she's a travel blogger. Oh, they could have used social media like there's no tomorrow. They could have really honed in on that.
Yeah, instead they
just
don't.
mentioned.
To be fair, we were also, the only thing I was struggling with, like when it comes to the, because this takes place over 10 years or longer maybe, we were just struggling to place when, because this book came out in like 2021, I think it was, something like that.
You could see the copyright for it. Like,
where?
In the front. So like right here. No, not like right here. Like when it was published. 2021.
Yeah, I was right.
Yeah, 2021.
2021. So this book came out in 2021. So when you're reading this in 2021, you're thinking, okay, so if we're going to the first summer they met, that's all the way back in 2011. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
So in the movie, when the first time they meet, it kind of does feel like that, like early 2010s vibe. Mm-hmm. You have her like, a good example of that is like when he asked her to play music and she's using the aux cord.
Yeah.
That's very 2010s.
Yeah.
And it's like connected to like a iPod or something like that. Not even an iPod, like a.
Well, they weren't able to also use Apple products, so like it was really
but like
cool.
They could have used a phone. Like if it was in the later 2010s, like they could have used a phone. Yeah. She's plugging it into like an iPod Nano type thing, like the thing where you just go back, forth, play. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you have to upload songs to it. Either way, I feel like at certain moments I could understand the year that we were in with subtle parts of the costuming and the props and things like that. But even then, for the first like 30 minutes, I think we were all kind of like, when does it take place?
Well, what are your thoughts on that when it comes to being a storyteller? She did not do time. Like, she did not do certain years. She could have easily said 2011, 2013. But she didn't. She did 10 summers ago.
I think it's a way to also not age the movie.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to age very well because the timeline is the years of which it takes place. We know it's genuinely for sure post 2010, and that's all we need context for. Like, we don't need the specific details. We don't need that nostalgic factor of it being set in the 90s. It makes sense why they had to be
exactly
why they chose to be generic.
Another interesting thing is having these actors are basically representing an age range of 21 to 31, if 20 to 30, that age range right there. So like I feel like they both fit it well.
Yes,
they can both look very young, and they can both look very like a lot older. I mean, you have like Tom Blythe plays like, I think Snow is like supposed to be like young, like 17 or 18 in the first time you meet him.
He looked good.
To like 25, 26 when he killed Lucy Gray. Like,
well, yes.
Rest in peace. I mean, she's probably still alive. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Nobody knows her. I don't know.
But and then same thing with Emily Bader. I mean, and My Lady Jane, I feel like she's pretty like, it's like that mid-20 range, but she has a very young face.
Yeah.
Very like baby face. So I feel like she looks young, and then she also looks. It's always the clothes. The clothes either ages them up, ages them down. Same with the hairstyles. When she's like in the present time, she has more of that like.
It's a blowout.
She's also very 2020s. And then in the earlier times, she has like, it looks like just her natural hair.
Yeah, it looks like my hair really, but much shorter.
And then she also has like that one, when they're in New Orleans, and she has like the frizzy hair. So like it seems like it's her natural hair. We need to talk about Emily Bader, or we need to talk about Poppy in that bob, in that blue wig.
They had to do, what's that called, like color theory on her, because that specific shade of blue.
She looks so good, and we encourage you all to have a wig night. Do what Poppy did and go out with the girls and have a wig night.
We saw that recently when we went out for our friend's birthday.
Yeah,
there's some people, have a wig night. They're doing a wig night, and I was like, that's so fun.
I feel like that's I don't remember if that's a specific scene from the book, but if it was or if it wasn't, it's very Poppy coded for her to be wearing a wig out on the town because she just said, you know what, let's do it.
Yeah.
It would have been funny if she had like forced Alex to also wear a wig.
I thought she would, yeah.
But I would say that's probably like one of my favorite scenes was the New Orleans. We also got BTS of the New Orleans like shoot because they were shooting there, and we got like behind the scenes like photos, and we were like, why are they in New Orleans? Like, what's going on? But I really liked that scene of them dance, like pretending to like be engaged and how they met, and then
the
like
accent she put on, what was it, like a Boston accent?
Like a New Yorker accent or something. Yeah, Boston, New York. And then like she basically convinces these strangers that like they have like this dance they do together, and then it was just like, it was super cute, and I feel like the movie kind of made it seem like that was the pivotal moment for both of them where they really fell in love with each other. Yeah. If that makes sense. Yeah. I don't know, I felt it. In that scene, I felt it that, like, that was the moment that kind of, like, it got deeper for them.
I think so. I think so, too, because she was like, come on vacation, Alex. Like, really get into that vacation mode and just have fun with it. Because one thing about Poppy is, like, she's not, well, it seems like from an audience perspective, when she's doing something, she's not trying to endanger herself. She's like, I'm just having fun. Because there are, like, movies of, like, high school and college where, like, the girls, like, or the guys, like, oh, let's just do that. And it's like, y'all are low-key committing a crime. Y'all are low-key, like, trespassing. Like, what do you mean? But in her case, she's like, just dance. Like, it's not that serious.
Yeah.
But for me,
like, they're harmless white lies.
Yeah.
Like, the line to the strangers you're never gonna see again.
Exactly.
Like, harmless white lies. But then she gets, like, very drunk, obviously. And then we have that scene where she twists her ankle. Which, by the way, accurate. You know what? That was probably the most accurate thing that I'd seen in a while. Because as women, we both know your ankles just give out sometimes. And when you're not in heels, too. She was like in a wedge.
Yeah.
Gave out.
Yeah, it was too good.
It was funny. And then he had to carry her on her back. And then the boyfriend shows up.
Whatever.
But I feel like we have to talk about the chemistry.
It was... the entire time I was like, oh, Tom Blake's girlfriend is so strong because her chemistry...
Apparently he met his girlfriend while he was filming this. Because he tells us...
we have a chance.
He told a story...
Not with him, of course, but with actors in general.
Oh,
we have a chance.
He told a story on Good Morning America about how he almost like had a near-death experience when they were filming in New Orleans because he had invited his recently like getting to know girlfriend to New Orleans.
Yeah, that's a real recent girlfriend.
While they were filming, and that he almost choked on like a piece of jambalaya or something. I was like, damn, dude! Like in front of the girl you're like trying to get to know is crazy. But no, yeah, apparently like he's dating someone. So
I mean, good for him. But that means we have a chance. When I work on set, there is a chance. I don't know.
Girl, I don't know. Either way, they have insane chemistry. I thought that guys, it's like the moment. Okay, mind you, this whole time, her going, I want more tension in things. I want the tension. Yeah, cool. We're watching the movie. Can y'all kiss already? I said, Isabella, what about the tension? They don't kiss until literally like 3/4 into the movie, and that's when we see the like almost kiss.
Yeah, and that's when I was like, hurry up, it's so close.
No, but like I would say that the movie did a good job of building the tension.
For sure, yeah.
It obviously with the type of trope, it does help because of Friends to Lovers like has that kind of like the tension is premeditated, like she's there.
Yeah.
But I think it's funny that like the whole time you're like just kiss, but you want attention. Let the tension build, bitch.
Well, I want to say just kiss. I know that they'll kiss, but like they'll linger and hurry up. But then they do, and it was just great.
I think we should talk about the miscommunication thing though, like in the book and versus how they changed it for the movie. I think it works better in the movie because of how like not short because the movie is basically 2 hours long, but like I feel like we didn't linger on like in the present time of like, okay, we know something went down between them that was probably awkward and kind of ruined their friendship, but it's not like honed into a point where it's like so, I don't know, it's not like so intense like in the book. And the way that they both their thinking in the book makes it seem like it was something horrendous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they both make it seem like it's something so bad that they can't speak about it. But simply it was just that she, in a moment of weakness, tried to kiss him. Or not tried to, but like felt like that connection to kiss him. And he was with Sarah. And like,
I was like, that's complicated.
And he was like, kind of like, dude, what you just did was kind of fucked up because like, what am I to you? In the same way in the movie he says, what am I to you? It happens in the book. But you don't find out in the book, maybe because in a book form, it just feels like it's being dragged out and it's being built up to be this like really bad thing. And it ends up being something that's not that bad, that's like more human.
You know, I'm not going to lie. Mm-hmm. What I thought it was that something like bad like really happened to Poppy. And like, like something, I think it was I forgot which character I was leaning towards more, but I was like, something bad happened to one of them and the other one didn't do anything about it, which is why they stopped fighting.
Like you thought some dark shit like Colin Hoover dark.
Sorry, I was reading it Enzo that's at that time, like, you know, like it was
yeah. No, but I know what you mean. Yeah. Like the way that it's built up in the book, Emily makes it seem like it's something so horrendous that like they literally didn't speak for 2 years because of it. Yeah. Whereas in the movie it doesn't seem like they haven't not talked. It just seems like it's awkward to talk.
That's what it is.
Because when she goes at the very beginning, when she's at the cycle bar and she's like, I'm going to just call him. I'm going to just call him and tell him why I can't go to his brother's wedding. Yeah. When he picks up, it's not like, oh, hi, it's been forever. Yeah. It's more of like, this is kind of awkward, but we have spoken a couple times since the last 2 years. Yeah. So that's why for me, when it's like, okay, whatever, as the viewer, I know what the miscommunication is. But for like our friends, they weren't like, oh my God, like what's what's going on. I kind of felt like maybe just like one of them confessed their feelings for each other. One of them tried something. Maybe they slept together, and that's why.
Now it's genuinely awkward.
But in the movie, it's just that, and she finds out she's pregnant, or she doesn't find out she's pregnant. She thinks she's pregnant. He helps her there, and in a moment of like weakness of like him loving and comforting her as a good friend, she kind of like gives in to like, maybe I love this person in this way, and she, like they don't even kiss. Mind you, they don't kiss. They're like this, like this.
And then they hold on, and then he's like,
whoa, what am I to you?
What am I to
and she
you?
apologizes. Like, I shouldn't have done that.
Mind you, this is the first trip that when this happens, that when the conflict occurs, right? This is the first trip where they're on couples. Like, each of them are introducing each other.
The first time she ever meets Sarah, by the way. Which I find crazy bonkers. The whole movie, I kind of feel for Sarah. If I was Sarah, and my man was, like, going on these vations with a girl that he's friends with, have been for years, and I've never met her, I'd be a little bit like, what's going on?
Mind you,
and they're on and off.
They're on and off.
All the time. So maybe on one of these moments when they were off, maybe they slept together or something. Like, I would want to meet her.
Of course.
I would want to know who this girl is.
Yeah.
But I guess that's not important to Sarah. I also like that they added at the end of the movie that, like, Sarah and Poppy run into each other at the airport. And Sarah kind of, like, in a way thanks her.
Yeah.
And also kind of tells her, like, I always thought that you were the reason that me and Alex's relationship didn't work, but it turns out that when you left it made it even worse, and that it was never about you. It's just that we couldn't, like, she couldn't admit to herself that it just didn't work anymore. And I kind of like that. It's very adult.
I think that is very adult, yeah. And it's in a way, like, it shows you, like, oh, it's the blame is not on someone else. It's between each other, like, in the relationship. And I think that's hard to admit. I mean,
exactly. So post that event, there's tension between them, but like for the last couple of years.
Oh, but what happened the day after the?
Oh, he got engaged. Yeah, he got engaged.
He proposed to Sarah, and then probably was like.
And mind you, he says that he had the rings, like he had this planned to do this maybe on this trip or eventually, like that's why he's had it with him. So it's like, damn, like he's also avoiding his feelings.
Yeah.
He's also avoiding his feelings.
Yeah, because after the announcement, they're sitting together like solo, and then they're just like, so like they're getting married. Like, I don't know, it's like that awkward.
They kind of fight. They don't really, it's not really awkward. They kind of fight. He kind of tells her, like, this is the last time I think we're going to be doing this. Like, because like, to him, he ruined the friendship aspect of it. Like, deep down, you can tell Alex cares about her and he's a good friend. But you don't know if he feels the same way that she does when she goes to do that, right? Because of the conflict with Sarah, obviously. So that's when we go back to the present. And mind you, the whole present timeline is very, like, it's not as important because, like, you're trying to get to know them through their past events, which is the point of the whole structure of the story. But in the present, basically, she lies. She gets paid to go on, like, trips through her job, and it's the weekend of Alex's brother's wedding, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, and Alex's brother, Poppy, naturally, because she's been friends with him forever, close to his family, close to his brother, close to his mom, all of it, right? But we have the brother wanting Poppy to go, and Poppy was scheduled to go to a different country. To Greece, but then lies and says that she was scheduled to already be in Barcelona for the same weekend.
Well, there was a miscommunication in that first moment because she tells Alex's brother, I won't be able to go because I'm planning on going to Greece, so I won't be able to make it. And he's like, oh, whatever, like it's fine. I do hope at some point you're able to come see us. And then she doesn't tell him and doesn't tell Alex that that's where she was originally supposed to go.
Yeah, of course, she tells Alex just like off the bat, like my work is actually sending me there, so it actually is gonna, like, it's gonna, it works out. Like, it was a coincidence, right? But then the brother kind of, like, at the dinner. Naturally, though, because Poppy didn't ever tell him.
Exactly, that's things switched up.
Basically told him, like, oh, I'm so glad you were able to get out of the other place you were supposed to go. And that's when it basically instigates the fight of,
why are you here?
Right. Why'd you come back?
Right.
And then we get the, Poppy, like, kind of, like, freaks out and says, like, well, why did your marriage with Sarah really end? Or not marriage, your engagement. Like, I understand. Like, if I was her, I would want to know that too. Am I the reason?
It was through the grapevine. The brother, I think, told her. It was
Yeah. He didn't tell her directly. Yeah. She found out through the brother that they had broken up.
So
which makes sense because they hadn't spoken.
Exactly.
But either way, then we get the great scene of like they fight. They're like, why did you engage? Why did you come here? Da da da. They're back and forth, and then finally she's like, the gag is like the Airbnb she's staying in has no AC, which my mom when she went to Europe and Barcelona, she said it was like that, like. Everything, the AC was broken half the time.
Yeah.
She opens this freaking part of the construction area, and then he goes out there, and they basically confess their feelings for each other. Like, I love you.
Yeah.
No, I love you.
Right. Yeah, that's it.
And then the most tension-ass kiss. Almost. And then finally they kiss. And they make love, guys. They make love.
Thank God. It was awesome.
But mind you, the movie doesn't end there.
No, you think it does.
There's still more character development to be had.
Yeah.
They go to the wedding. They have a great time. He's in love with her. She's in love with him. But she still can't commit because she has commitment issues. And they go back to their normal lives. And yeah, they're not together. Mm-hmm. Because he wants to like live this like settled down life where she thinks she still wants to like be free and travel and like continue the job that she has. But even from the first time we meet Poppy and like the first work environment setting, she doesn't seem like she's having fun with her job. She's having writer's block. She can't write that well. So like,
well, like I think it was really well executed where in the opening scene we're seeing her like express like how fun it is to solo travel and all these experiences that you have when being by yourself, but we are seeing the reality of it being awkward and lonely.
Yeah, it was like an oxymoron. Like the writing wasn't matching the type of scenes. Like in the writing, she's saying how fun it is to be lonely. How fun it is to be lonely. How fun it is to travel solo and da da da. But in the scenes, you can see like that the loneliness is getting to her.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool. I think it ends in a good way of like, she's like lived this long life in her 20s of freedom and this and that, but realized that like home is important. Because when they have that big fight, they have this conversation about like what's fun about traveling is being able to go home. That's what makes the vacations fun.
That's Alex's perspective.
Yeah, because Poppy's at a time in her life where the guy she's dating is like they're always traveling. They don't have a home basically to go back to. So that's also what kind of ignites their fight too. So I thought it was a good ending of her like kind of being the one to like, I don't want to say grovel for Alex because she doesn't grovel for him.
No, it's her coming to her own senses.
Exactly.
Because he did confess to her like, I want you. Like
right. She was still kind of hesitant. Like, I don't know if I can settle down. But then I forget who she has a conversation with. Who did she have a conversation with? Her mom?
Her boss.
Her boss. It's her. Damn. You'd think it'd be her mom. But no, it was her boss.
Yeah, her parents are not. They're just shown once.
That's okay, though.
Yeah.
They were comedic relief.
Yeah. No, but she talked to her boss and like, oh, this is going to be your last trip or whatever. Or like last article. And then we get like, it's kind of like an epilogue, but not really. Of just like Poppy like moving on to a different page in her life for real.
Mm-hmm. Because she's a writer.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, I loved that ending scene of her like running after Alex.
Because that's the bit. So in the very beginning, she I will say Drew, she did mention this because she's never read the book, but she watched the film.
Okay, cool.
She said, I find it really weird that there was no context given why they're in the car together, like why they're going home together. In the book, it explains specifically why.
You're right, because Daira was confused about it.
Yeah, so I wish they said like like in the car in the very beginning, they mentioned like, oh,
the friend they had in common or something.
It was the common friend. So to those that don't plan on reading the book, basically, like one of her classmates or roommates, Poppy's like saying, oh, I want to go home and stuff. And she's like, oh, I know someone that is from your same hometown. You guys can ride together. And she's like, oh, wait, that's actually perfect. So that's where the opening scene, or the first summer, I would say.
First summer.
9 summers
Technically
ago.
the first summer because she locks the keys in the car and then they go on an adventure. So to them, it's like a first summer and they kind of become friends in that sense.
Yeah. So from there, like so much is established and the tone is set very well, like what we're gonna see throughout the rest of the film. So they're talking about their interest and then I don't know how she's like, oh, what is it that you do like? And then he doesn't say anything and then she's like, well, I hate running, and he starts laughing because he's like, I like running.
Yeah.
So that's like the
it's
inside
a
joke.
It's a tie back.
Yeah, it's a tie back. And what's so cool is that, not cool, let me change that word. What's so funny is that one of the summers they go to Canada and something happens and he becomes shirtless because they go skinny dipping, and then he needs help finding clothes to wear. And Poppy comes outside from this tent and she's like, "Oh my God, you're ripped." So it shows you like they've never been in a setting like this to see like him specifically shirtless. Yes, he's naked. He's naked, but it's to be like, oh my God. And then we see that like throughout the film. There's a moment where he like what's that term called? He like something back out when you not tear your back out. You like
he tears his back a little bit, or like he like there's a spasm. It was a spasm in his back. Because when you're doing...
he blew out his back trying to fix the AC. So funny, dude, because it shows you the
so
age.
grandpa coded of him.
It shows you the age.
But it also shows, like... Because he goes on a run the next morning, and she's like, why the hell are you running your back? He's like, it actually helps, which... I mean, it's kind of true. When you stretch your, like, movement, it does, to an extent, helps your spasms. But in the moment, obviously not. He could barely move.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that, like, the running thing, I love the whole tie back to it.
And at the very end, she's running
at the end, she's running to chase him. And at one point, Issa goes, why are we running? Like, do we not have phones? And I go, but then it wouldn't be a rom-com.
And that's... She clocked
If she would have picked up the phone to call him and he stops, it's not as romantic.
And fair enough.
And it also matches Poppy's character.
It does.
In the moment, she probably would have... Yeah, in the moment, she probably been like... Not thinking like let me pull out my phone and call him. Let me just chase after him because he's listening to music, so you know he's like. And like the gag of also tying it back to like the noise canceling headphones when she's trying to talk to him earlier in the movie and he can't hear her, but now with the running, like I think it was just well done. It was all tied well in together. I think that the summers they choose to focus on are important to like basically finding out who they are as characters and what they mean to each other as characters. Obviously, the book fans, I can see their perspective. I'm like, oh my God, you missed like this fun summer or this scene or this. But you have to understand that like they can't fit it all. It'd be like a 5-hour movie. And maybe I can see like the perspective of like, yeah, a film, a TV series maybe would have been more fun or more like ability to expand on the characters more. But I think for a movie, it was well done. And it was a fun rom-com and it's a good watch for people to just like put on a feel-good summer movie.
Yeah, it was... Well done. I think, was it you? Yeah, I think so. You said that there is a Taylor Swift song. I think.
Well, yes, you watched it too.
No, but I'm saying that you mentioned it before.
Before we watched it, I saw an interview of them, and the interviewer asked Emily and Tom, and like, so there's a rumor that there's a Taylor song in here, and they both were just very quiet and like trying not to laugh type of thing. Basically indicating that there was. So the whole time we're like, what song is it going to be? What song is it going to be? August.
Okay, like whatever.
But of course it's August. Let's be real, guys. Let's be real. If it was going to be any Taylor Swift song for Poppy and Alex, people we meet on vacation, it had to be August.
Yeah. I mean, no, it's like that. So I was like, well, yeah, of course.
August slipped away into a moment in time. Because you were never mine. Because you were never mine. I'm going to cry.
That's sick. That's sick.
It's that good, guys. It's that serious.
It's that serious.
But, yeah, the soundtrack overall was actually fun. Like, besides the Taylor song, I thought that the soundtrack fit really well. And then they felt very upbeat, very... Not too... There was a couple, like, I guess, summary, but, like... Not
even, that was good.
Very neutral. I feel like it's a movie you could watch all year round, honestly.
Yeah.
And then I will say, like, the way that they end it, bellissimo. They basically copy the cover. And I thought that was so cute. Mm-hmm. It is so cute.
I think it was really, really cool. I thought, not gonna lie, this was a scene. I didn't know it was them basically, like, imitating the cover of the book, if that makes sense. Like... I thought, like, because I haven't read the book in so long, the cover is reflecting a scene in the book, but it's not. It's just so them doing a scene in the movie. I was like, I
kind of like it though because good. It's like it's the one.
But then how would they do the other ones? How the hell would they do?
I think book lovers. I think they'll imitate the other ones, but in their own way. Because book lovers is obviously very like they're sitting on books.
Like, okay.
I feel like they'll have them sitting on a stoop.
I see.
reading books.
Yeah.
But like facing away from each other in the small town, but like maybe at different cafes or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah, or like something with like funny stories.
That's what they get paid for.
Funny story is a great one to imitate.
No, that's a good one to imitate.
Yeah.
Beach Read too. Beach Read they could imitate as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Girl, you over here acting like the only one that's like they can just improvise will be book lovers.
Yeah.
But no, I also enjoyed the credit scene because the credit scene they chose the font of like the font that she uses on the cover as well.
Yes.
I just think it's like little details like that. Oh my god, we missed the most important thing. Or one of the most important things. Miss Emily Henry made a cameo.
Oh yes.
She made a cameo, guys, and I love that.
It was so good. I like if I was ever gonna write a book, and I'm making sure I do a cameo. 100%. One that we're like, I don't know if she would, is for Fourth Wing. Like Rebecca, like where would she cameo? Now let me speak. Safe space here.
Nobody was stopping.
Shonda, she does Bridgerton. She doesn't do a cameo.
Because she's not the author.
So it doesn't...
Clocked you there.
You did. I do forget.
She's not the author.
I do forget. It's Julia Quinn. I don't even know what she looks like. She could have been cameoing every episode. Wouldn't even know.
Probably.
I wouldn't even know. Well, because no one mentions it. So I don't think she's cameoed.
Either way. I think that Emily cameoing was cute, and I hope she keeps up the trend for her other projects.
Yes.
Because she's an executive producer on this and hopefully for the rest of her stuff. So she's obviously on set, and she gets to, like, be part of her project. Like, watching her project come to life as an author is just, I imagine, so, like, fun.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for her, and I hope that this movie does well so that we can actually get the other ones in theaters and just get all of them adapted.
Yeah, no, and they are 100%. It's like, what's next? I don't know.
Next?
She's Easter egging funny stories. She's Easter egging book lovers. We don't know, but you guys gotta see our fan casting to see who we would like to see portray these characters.
Last thing, what did you give it on Letterboxd? I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, sorry.
You don't know what you gave it?
No, I don't remember.
I gave it a 4 with a heart. Because I will be rewatching.
A 4 with the heart.
Everything I give a heart, though, it means like it's going to be a rewatch for me.
I did 4. I did a 4-star. Biased because I enjoyed the book.
Overall right now it's like, what, a 3.2?
3.4.
Okay.
3.4.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my friend, her review is, Poppy is better than me. I would have ruined the friendship 10 summers ago.
Let's talk about what the true Taylor Swift song should have been for people we meet on vacation. It should have been Ruin the Friendship.
Ruin the Friendship. What a missed marketing opportunity.
It could have been maybe the copyright of it. I don't know. Maybe it's
Taylor
not.
could have been like, yeah, sure. Like, easily. But then, you know...
What scene would we fit that? Hold on. I don't even want
No,
it with
'cause
the
the song
lyrics.
is kinda
I wouldn't
sad.
even want it with the lyrics. I would just want the instrumental.
Yeah, because the lyrics are kind of sad.
It's like a if you know, you know moment.
Yeah. No, you know what it is? Someone on the social media team, y'all gotta do your own fan edit. Y'all gotta do your fan edit. I've seen already a few on
I've
TikTok.
seen some fan edits of the Ruin the Friendship with Poppy and Alex post movie. Oh, guys. Y'all on TikTok want to hurt people.
Yeah.
Y'all want to hurt people. I think I'm going to die in this house.
I love that sound. This is so funny.
Overall, I really liked the movie.
Yeah. Oh, and this is you might be thinking like, you guys only do screen sips for theatrical releases. In this house, it was a theatrical release. In this house.
We kind of explained this in one of our other videos about like how Screen Tips originally was supposed to just be for theatrical releases, but because of this postmodern Netflix world, where we are losing a lot of movies that should be theatrical releases, we are gonna just basically keep it to new releases in general, like stuff that comes out that's new. So we won't be doing like Screen Tips on movies that came out 10 plus years ago, anything like that, because if you want, that's our Letterboxd. You can go look at the Letterboxd.
There you go, yeah.
You can go see all our reviews over there. But Screen Tips are strictly going to be for, I guess, new releases. We'll try to keep it to theater because that is the point. Yeah. But stuff like this, like we can't not talk about it.
No. I agree. No, I'm excited to see everything else. I do hope at least one of these movies get adapted to the big screen, get released in theaters. I think it would be very well. I mean, the marketing was such a success. They clearly want fans to be on the same room together. The only thing I would pitch it to local theaters, not that are chains, is that they stream it, like they showcase a theater showing, but that's within itself. I could see the difficulties with that.
Yeah.
But that being said, I'm excited. It's this year and next year are the year of book to movie adaptations. So we're only gonna get more. The next big one that I can think of off the top of my head is Reminders of Him, which might go watch.
I'll probably watch.
I might go watch it. What'd you think of Regretting You? Right.
The ones I will watch.
Right.
Probably Verity and.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Verity should come out this year too.
In May.
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway Summer.
Fucking God. Don't watch it, please.
I don't plan
It was
on watching
worse. It was worse than It Ends With Us. And It Ends With Us was bad.
That our review on it is literally cursed. Like the thumbnail, booty cheeks, the quality, booty cheeks, like that. I'm so close to making that shit
YouTube
private.
did not want us to put that out.
We should private it. We should, because
if y'all can't find it after this video, it's because it was privated.
Yeah. Oh, battery dead. But anyway, that's all for today. Bye. You want to end it out? Battery's dying.
Just, guys, go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Phantom Rumor Cafe. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye, bitches.